Let's take a look at some business news now. Here's Teniola Shobowale.
Banking, so easy, so simple. Dial *894# now to experience it. You first, First Bank.
Thanks, Ijoma. Welcome to Business News. Nigeria's headline inflation rate is expected to climb further by 127 basis points to 11.88% in November, up from 11.61% in October. The latest forecast from economic research and advisory firm Financial Derivatives Company indicates that it will be the fourth month of rising inflation within the last 6 months this year. According to FDC, the month-on-month inflation, which is a more relevant measure of prices, is projected to remain flat at 1.06% within the month in review, with festive demand expected to increase inflationary pressure on commodity prices. Meanwhile, the National Bureau of Statistics is expected to release the November inflation and consumer price index report tomorrow, December the 17th. Now, British businesses saw their worst downturn since mid-2016 in the run-up to the national election, which held last week. The Composite Purchasing Manufacturing Index, which combines the services, business activity and services and manufacturing output readings, fell to 48.5, while dominant services sector fell to 49.0 in December. Manufacturing PM dropped to 47.4 from 48.9, while factory output fell to its lowest level since July 2012. Final versions of the Manufacturing and Services PMI is expected to be released on January the 2nd and 6th next year. Now, investor sentiments ended Monday's trading session positive, erasing the 16 billion naira or 0.13% loss, which was recorded on Friday by more than 0.5%. Layo Adegoke has a summary of the market's performance for the start of the week.
Thank you very much, Teniola, and welcome to the Stock Market Report. The third trading week of December is off to a positive start for the equities market, as Monday's session ends with a 0.60% increase on renewed bargain hunting for stocks. This comes as investors' interest in equities such as Dangote Cement and some blue-chip components across the 5 main sectors of the NSE recovered about 77 billion naira to market's main index from its loss on Friday. However, total value of equities traded was slightly lower for the start of the week at 170.52 million units in 2,700 transactions, with a trio of Access, Zenith Bank and UBA as the major volume drivers. The share of Guinness tops a list of 17 gainers with a 9.83% increase at 32 naira 40 kobo per share, while small-cap healthcare stock Nimet Pharmaceuticals leads 7 of the losers, down by 9.09%. Well, that's the Stock Market Report. I'm Layo Adegoke. It's back to you, Tenny.
And that's Business News tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Teniola Shobowale. Back to you, Ijoma.
Thanks a lot, Teniola. As part of measures to ensure farmers get input on time, the Nigeria Incentive-Based Risk-Sharing System for Agriculture Lending, that's NIRSAL, has launched the Fertilizer Financing Project for agro-dealers in Kaduna State. The managing director of NIRSAL, Aliyu Abdul Hamid, says the initiative is meant to provide a springboard for food security.
Since its establishment, NIRSAL has been intervening in many sectors of the country's agri-business value chain. The launch of the Fertilizer Financing Project for 7 super agro dealers in Zaria, Kaduna State, is another step by the agency to further boost the sector.
NIRSAL has facilitated over 36 billion naira in commercial financing to super agro dealers and other input suppliers in the country as a result of our risk guarantee.
NIRSAL is driving the process in its capacity as a participating financial institution, PFI, under the Credit Risk Guarantee Project, part of which is to guarantee loans from commercial banks for farmers and agro dealers.
Working with NIRSAL through this Credit Risk Guarantee Program, we are going to ensure the full utilization of the food to 50 billion portfolio by year 2020.
This has largely boosted agri-business value chain as farmers now access fertilizer and other farm inputs on time.
With the backing of NIRSAL in this facility, we're able to turn over this amount because they are able to provide cushion to the interest, charged by Stanbic IBTC.
The representative of the Emir of Zaria, while commending the federal government's step of lifting millions of Nigerians out of poverty through agriculture, also urges more farmers to take advantage of the program to better their lot.
It is beyond a dispute that this exercise has succeeded because it has created a lot of employment opportunities for our teeming populations in this part of the country.
The launching of the Fertilizer Financing Project and other agricultural intervention programs by NIRSAL is coming at a time the country is battling to ensure food security and self-sufficiency. However, it's hoped that the country will attain such goals with the input supply distribution to rural farmers across the country, especially with the border closure.
For the first time, Nigerian Olympic medalist Nagi Myoga has been recognized and rewarded the sum of 2 million naira for contributing to the nation's development through his sports activity. Let's listen in.
Arrivals and the setting points to the reason for the gathering. The 2019 edition of GRACE, an acronym for God's Riches at Christ's Expense, aims at recognizing those who have contributed to national development. Pastor Chris Okotie thrills his congregation from all walks of life.
The greatest gift of all is the Lord Jesus Christ. And that is the gift at Christmas. We must always remember that we must lay aside that partisan provincialism of regional xenophobia and recognize that the uniqueness of each federating unit augments its exemplastic utility. It means that each one of us has something that the other does not have. And when we come together in that collaboration, that's what makes Nigeria great.
Queen Esther Beauty and Costume Parade is always on the lineup at the Grace event.
The winner is contestant number 9. Queen Precious.
The 2019 Caris Award goes to Pa Nagi Myoga, the first Nigerian Olympic medalist who won a bronze medal in the middleweight division of boxing at the 1964 Summer Olympic in Tokyo, Japan. Nagi also clinched the African Championship gold medal in boxing for Nigeria, irrespective of his challenge.
I present to the Pa Nagi Myoga family the Caris Award for 2019. And we take a lesson from tonight that as a nation and as a people, we must reach out to every of our sportsmen and women, both those who are alive and those that are gone beyond, and celebrate them, recognize them, support them, and thank them for what they have done.
4 charity organizations receive cash donations, among other things.
The management of Eco Hotel and Suites says it's making Yuletide exciting for families through its maiden edition of Tropical Christmas Wonderland. It'll serve up dining offerings for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
It's Tropical Christmas, and Eco Hotel and Suites is turning its premises into Wonderland for families and holiday makers to unwind this season.
Feliz Navidad.
From the Nigerian-flavored carol songs to the sparkling hotel decor and theme, the hoteliers say they're creating magical moments for the season and a feeling of nostalgia.
This is the most wonderful time of the year, the season to be jolly, but most importantly, the season to give. And this is why we at Eco Hotels and Suites have decided to give you a truly magical experience. We, of course, applaud the efforts of our neighbors who have year after year brightened our moods with the twinkle of lights from their displays. However, the prettiest sight to see is the holy that will be on Echo's front door. As the display surrounding you here was especially created to bring the Christmas cheer to every individual on and off the premises, warming your hearts for the season.
The chairman of Echo Hotel and Suites declares the light-up ceremony open.
2, 1, go!
With the entire hotel premises lit, Christmas tunes were loved to hum or sing, play in the background. Music, dance, and the magic did not stop at the captivating lights and sounds around the premises. This stuntman wows the audience with his performance. For Echo Hotel, the essence of this event is for holiday makers to relive old fond memories of Christmas while spending quality time with their family.